Day 3 of the President's Cup was action-packed and emotions were running high from start to finish. Now, there's a lot to cover, so let's start with the Saturday foursomes. Don't just take my word for it that these guys were fired up. J.B. Holmes and Bubba Watson were battling Adam Scott and Mark Leishman the entire match as Holmes got it done on the 7th.
What a birdie, what an up and down.
And then Watson kept the momentum and energy rolling with an 18-footer on the 8th.
You deserve to win the hole if you make a 2 at this par 3. Emphatically.
The match would finish all square, each team earning half a point. The other halved match from Saturday foursomes came from the battle between Bill Haas and Matt Kuchar versus Sangmoon Bae and Hideki Matsuyama. Watch as Kuch puts this putt from 44 feet out into the bottom of the cup with a pretty swaggy celebration to boot.
Kuchar, hats off.
And then Bae responded immediately with a chip in to have the hole, and we'll call the celebrations a tie as well. And you can't talk intensity without including world number 1. Check out Jordan Spieth closing out the win over Jason Day and Charles Schwartzel, 1 up. Saturday foursomes was a wash with both teams earning a point and a half each, so the U.S. team leads the international 7.5 to 6.5 entering Saturday 4-ball. Now, the story early on was all about Sangmoon Bae. He and Matsuyama trounced Jimmy Walker and Chris Kirk 6 and 5 thanks to Bae's blazing flat stick. The South Korean made back-to-back-to-back birdies starting on the 7th, putting on a show for a crowd that just could not get enough.
And he's done it again. Incredible.
That wasn't the only lopsided match. The dynamic duo of Patrick Reed and Jordan Spieth finally reunited on Saturday, and it was just as magical as we remember from the Ryder Cup. First, Spieth nailed this 32-footer.
It's the speed that we have become accustomed to.
Reed then did his part with this one on the 11th.
3 up.
And then Spieth happened again when he holed this bunker shot on the 12th to go 4 up.
Oh, yes, he did. That's right.
The undefeated pairing of Branden Grace and Louis Oosthuizen continued their impressive play into their 4th consecutive match together. Grace making things happen first on the 7th, then nailed the gutsiest flop shot of the day on 14.
Oh, how about it?
And then he took it from courageous to perfect with this chip in on 16.
Oh, hello.
They would go on to win on the final hole, a huge point for the international team to tie it up 8.5 to 8.5.
Hard-fought match till the bitter end, the last ounce of daylight.
Spieth and Reed would quickly take the solo lead back for Team USA, winning 3 up through 15 in almost complete darkness for a 9.5 to 8.5 lead with only the single matches remaining. Enjoy final day coverage of the President's Cup, and I'll see you right here to recap the final day after the final point is won.